bolted to a $1.5 billion spacecraft containing 7 national heroes. If these rockets go off the way they should, they will propel the space shuttle into orbit. And only if it goes perfectly. These people will fish them out of the ocean and use them again and again and again. But if they get even one thing wrong, one misplaced bolt, one blown seal, then it's just a bomb that will kill everyone aboard. It's happened before. Cape Canaveral, Florida. Space Shuttle Endeavour starts crawling slowly toward the launch pad for its 23rd mission into space. Lashed to its belly, the 2 solid rocket boosters that will propel the shuttle out of the Earth's atmosphere. In all, it's a 2 million kilogram package riding on a massive tracked sled. The solid rocket boosters are 45 meters high, 4 meters wide, the biggest in the world, and the most powerful. They have to be. That's because the solid rocket boosters, or SRBs, have to produce enough brute force to lift the 2 million kilogram space shuttle off the ground safely. At launch, the SRB's fuel is lit, and at 67,000 meters altitude, they will be spent. The empty tanks will be jettisoned off the shuttle, falling harmlessly into the ocean off Florida. At least, that's the hope.
PLT, perform APU pre-start.
It's launch day. In 7 hours, Endeavour is scheduled to lift off the 127th space shuttle mission in the past 30 years. It will be carried by 2 solid rocket boosters. The real tricky part is, these are not new SRBs. They've launched space shuttles before, multiple times before. It's like a used car. If you're riding in it, you can only hope it's been taken care of. In 7 hours, the world will find out. 250 kilometers away, the crew of the ship Freedom Star prepares for their march. Then Kurt reacts quick into the top. A solid rocket booster's control will cancel.
And Mike, the engineering team's ready to go. Okay, thank you, Charlie.
For now, the reused parts that make up the SRBs appear ready to go. The solid rocket boosters may sound complex, but they're still essentially a bomb with a brain and parachutes. At the top, a cone called the frustum that holds the parachutes that land the rocket gently into the ocean. Below that, the forward skirt that holds the self-destruct system that will blow itself up, if necessary, to prevent disaster. At the bottom, the aft skirt that serves as the booster's steering wheel. And in the middle, 4 segments holding 1 million kilograms of very flammable fuel. It's less than a minute to liftoff. Mission Control initiates the final launch sequence.
We're go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of Endeavour.
The SRBs ignite at T-0 seconds. At this point, there is no turning back. Now the real countdown begins. For 2 minutes, the SRBs burn and push the shuttle to 4,800 kilometers per hour. For the next 2 minutes before they burn out and separate, the shuttle is chained to this erupting bomb. If disaster happens, it probably happens here.
Endeavour, go and roll up.
Right now, the launch looks as if it's going as planned. so was the launch in January of 1986. But 73 seconds after liftoff, the Space Shuttle Challenger suddenly exploded. All 7 astronauts were killed. 2003, Space Shuttle Columbia lifts off, and everything looks fine. 16 days later, the shuttle breaks up and burns apart during re-entry, killing all 7 astronauts aboard. No one knew it at the time, but the tragedy was set in motion during that normal-looking liftoff. That is the history facing Endeavour as it approaches the 2-minute mark.